Hello all, that's me live. I just wanted to come on and chat about a couple of things, a couple of different things. And one of the first things that I'll sort of chat about then is the emotional use seminar. And what has happened is we've sort of listened to a good bit of feedback, and the feedback's just saying that the Monday wasn't really suiting many people. So today the event has been changed to the 9th, Saturday the 9th of November. Yeah, let me get that right. Saturday the 9th of November. And that just seems to suit people a good bit better. So the event is changed. What I'm going to do is, after I finish this wee live, I'm going to run a competition. So that is to win 2 tickets to the Emotional Use Seminar, and it'll be on Saturday the 9th. So that's going to be fantastic, and it's good. It gives us a wee bit more time just to get, because the interest was there for the weekend. So that's the first thing I sort of want to say. So the date's changed, and I'm going to run a wee competition really soon. And the other thing I wanted to sort of come on and chat about is I have decided that I'm going to have the CAM method, K-A-M, and that is the Karl method. Now, it is a new method that has been devised by Karl, and to be honest, I don't know very much about it, but what I do know, I'm going to have it done in a couple of weeks, so it's going to be the 30th of October. I need to get my dates right. 30th of October. So this is just a wee bit of background to sort of share where I'm coming from. So where I'm coming from is things that I've tried before. The Karl method, it's not hypnotherapy. From what I've been told, I have a couple of friends that have had this method, and I'll give you an example. 2 of these friends had really, really bad social anxiety. So they now have told me that they are cured from their social anxiety. And, that's really inspiring, because with myself, I'm on a personal development journey. I have been for many years, and I will continue to be on this journey. And I just feel like investing in yourself is one of the most important things. There's a few on. I can see you all on. Hello, Bev. Hello, Kenny. And everybody else watching. So I feel like investing in yourself is one of the best things you can do. Okay, you can have a car, you can have a house, you can have all these things, but if your mental health is not right, then it's a wee bit pointless. So I have been through on my personal development journey, working on self. For example, I have had counselling. And to be honest, and I'm not knocking, I have counsellor friends on here, so don't be shouting at me later. Counselling doesn't work for me. It never worked for me. I actually found that when I went and shared, this is just my experience, when I went and shared details of childhood trauma, I found that I was re-traumatised. I felt re-traumatised. I came away feeling worse. And I sort of went to myself, what I did was I actually trained to be a counsellor. I said, right, okay, well, what is this? I want to help people. And I did a course for a year, and I could have continued on with the 4 years. But after a year, I sort of said to myself, this is not for me. It's not for me. Now, I got a qualification for completing the year, but I just went, no. Because I'll put it this way. I have been through quite a high amount of childhood trauma. Not only childhood trauma, adulthood trauma. And I know I have repressed memories. I have things that I sort of have put to the side, in regards to grief and loss, and also in regards to some very dicey, sketchy situations that happened through domestic violence. I'll not really go into detail. They're far too dramatic or graphic. I'll not go there, but I have blocked out a lot of memories and a lot of things that coming to the awareness of now me training to be a clinical hypnotherapist is that this stuff might be in your past, but it still affects you. Unless you look at it or are willing to do something with it, then it can still affect you. Okay? So that's why I've decided to have this method. Now, the Karl method, it's a bit elusive, it's a bit mysterious. I don't really know very much, to be honest, but what I'm hoping to get from it is I'll put it this way. My personality type is more work hard, high achiever, you know, do all these things and train in different careers, and also I want to be the best and train to the highest standard. Now, on the flip side of that, there's something that I'm not looking at, and I am aware of that. It's like not willing to go there, or not wanting to sort of look at the sort of painful aspect and side of things. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not actually sure what's going to happen with the method. It's not hypnotherapy, from what you know the two people that have had it done said to me. It works with your physiology and different things. So I'm very open minded. I'm very interested. I want to see if it's going to be enable me to let go of some layers, and enable me to put myself first a little bit more. And what I mean by that is, I have 3 different careers. I do a lot of free things. Now, there's nothing wrong with charity work, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, there's a disconnect in me taking money for things. And that can boil down to emotional value, worthiness, all of that, all of those things that need to be looked at, and they need to be addressed. And it's only because it's now, you know, I've studied psychology, counselling, all of these things, you know, I work with children, all of the whole spiritual aspect, so many different modalities. But I know that where it needs to start is working on self and working on me. So I have decided to go for it. I don't know much about it. I hope it will enable me, as good as my life is, it will enable me to put a bit more value on myself and my time and my energy, because I feel like that's where my sticking point is. Now, as again I said, there's nothing wrong with charity work and helping people out and all that, but I find my life can be quite out of balance, you know. So I just wanted to come on and share that. I've tried so many different healing modalities, but you know, the clinical hypnotherapy has very much interested me because of the education, and because of when you're working with a different part of the mind, and when you can do, now this, the Karl Anthony method is something that Karl's came up with himself and devised, and it's like an offshoot. It isn't hypnotherapy, but I'm very interested, I'm intrigued, I sort of want to know, because the feedback that I've had from 2 people that are very close to me has been very positive. And I've watched their lives where they were stuck. They're unable to do things that they haven't been able to do. They're able to move forward. I'll give you an example. One of the people has been stuck in a rut for from what they say, 37 years, can't move forward. And just after this method, so many multiple things have changed in their life for the better. And from another person, from a career standpoint, for them, they were able to do things, public speaking, things that they would have never been able to do before. So for me, on the surface, things are okay, things are good, but there's a lot of undercurrent stuff, a lot of trauma, a lot of things and repressed memories and stuff that I haven't worked with. I haven't had the courage so far to really go there. Counselling hasn't helped me. Certain healing modalities, they might make you a little less stressed, but it's not dealing for me with the core issues. So I'm very intrigued, and I'm very excited about this new healing modality, but also about this wonderful event. I have done a wee live about it before and explained everything. Emotional value, confidence, self-esteem, all these things. The date is changed. There's going to be a competition ran. If you know of anybody, that is interested in getting their life together, mastering their emotions, please share this with them. So that's all I really wanted to say. And another positive thing that I sort of heard today was somebody very close to me was sort of sharing a wee bit about their mental health and how they've came along after having the Calm method, and their employer, who is a contractor, they are willing to sort of get behind the seminar and get the mental health chat out there, and so there's options, and so there's things available, education available for people to learn a bit more about themselves, their reactions, their emotions, and how to master those things and processes. For me, the core of it is the education, because that's what's really sort of done it for me and led me down this path, and it's opened up so many doors already for me, that it's really sort of bringing my life into line. But I know I need to deal with the undercurrent stuff here, the stuff that I have blocked out, not willing to go there, not willing to discuss thus far. I'm going to go there and take the leap. So that's what I really wanted to say. Again, I'm just going to share my details on my page after. But I hope you got something from this. If I'm going to, I just said to myself, I'm more of a private person and I don't really share these deeper things, but I am willing to share if it's willing to enable somebody else to, even if there's some contemplation or if a wee bit of questioning there for themselves, for their life, what they want, how they want to move forward. That's what it's about for me. So if I'm willing to do this and come on and share so that somebody else can feel comfortable or maybe inspired to sort of either, and whatever, actually, you know, whatever you're drawn to, if conscience for you, go for that. You know, it's not all about that it's just this, but if you're inspired in any way to help yourself and look at yourself and how you are in the world, or catch yourself and how you're reacting, then that really is the point of this video for me. So thank you all. I've seen you all on there. Thank you so much for watching, and again, just give it a wee share, the event, if you are interested or know anybody interested. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.